Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 12 of the December 2016 Heist Marathon, where today we'll be tackling the third heist in GTA Online, the Humane Labs raid, so let's get right to the guide. So in this heist you essentially split up into two teams. There's the helicopter team consisting of a gunner and a pilot, then there's the ground team. As a ground team member, it's paramount that you wear your heist combat gear, as you're going to be shooting a lot of bad guys in very close quarters, so any advantage you can give yourself is a must. The two ground team members should ideally be equipped with a combat shotgun, the one that's fully automatic, and the other be equipped with a good assault rifle or light machine gun. You'll see why a bit later. So the objective is to get inside the Humane Labs facility and steal a bunch of porn from their computer systems. So we start off with everyone racing to the Valkyrie helicopter because everyone is so cheerful and enthusiastic for the mission. As the gunner, it's your choice whether to use the side machine guns or the cannon. Personally, I prefer the side machine guns because your field of view is much better than the cannon, and is also longer range, but as a downside you sacrifice firepower. So make your choice and talk to your pilot about how you're going to maneuver and defend yourselves for the next few minutes. Anyways, fly to the drop-off zone for the EMP to be activated, and then the two ground team members jump out and head to the entrance of the facility. Blow up the control panel at the door, equip your night vision goggles, and then decide who's going to equip the combat shotgun and who's going to equip the assault rifle. I recommend these two weapons because you're fighting bad guys in very close quarters, and ideally the way to do this is the shotgunner goes first with firepower up front, with supportive long range fire from the back with the assault rifle. This gives you the perfect balance between damage and effective range. If you're doing Criminal Mastermind, this is where things get serious, as you have to be very careful, speedy and accurate for both the ground team and the helicopter team who are fighting for their lives waiting for you. So it's best not to take too much time, yes? Anyways, make your way through the facility with the shotgunner checking all corners before progressing through. The last thing you want is to have a bad guy right next to you within lethal range and to be killed by them because you didn't check your corners. Anyways, while the ground team are making their way through the facility, the helicopter team need to focus on eliminating all the ground targets whilst also keeping an eye out for enemy helicopters. If you chose the cannon as your weapon of choice in the helicopter, then the ground team is going to be considerably easier to eliminate, but after that there's going to be some helicopters. Which, if you're using the cannon as your weapon of choice, your field of view is going to be rather limited. So you'd need to check the map and also have your pilot relay where the enemy are to take them out as quick as you can. Sometimes you're going to have to juggle between ground units and taking out helicopters. Staying alive is your number one priority, so if there's helicopters incoming, stop what you're doing and go after them before continuing with the purge of ground units. Anyways, back to the ground team. After making their way a considerable distance into the facility, they will have to use some keycards to open the door at the same time. Use voice communication if you have it to perform this and a cutscene will appear. You take the pawn and now you gotta get the hell out of there. You go into a lift to go down, and when the doors open up again there's going to be a guard on the other side of it. Be ready to take him out immediately and then proceed onwards. Eventually you'll come into a big room that has guardrails. You'll be prompted to put on your mask, which is in fact a rebreather. You must put it on before you get in the water, otherwise you're completely screwed. Especially with the bug that's happening with heist accessories as of the time this video was uploaded. Anyways, once you put the mask on you'll lose your night vision, so just jump in the water like a total badass and then make your way through the tunnel. Once you get out, the helicopters will stop attacking the helicopter team for a while, which will be the cue for them to pick up the ground team. Now the landing spot that you're at is very dangerous. It's a small beach that has a very steep angle. I highly recommend you land with the tail pointing towards the water and the nose pointing away for maximum stability when landing. Otherwise you'll risk tipping the helicopter over, causing a very embarrassing moment for the pilot. Once everyone's been picked up, there's going to be one final fight between the four of you and a bunch of helicopters. The pilot should keep level with the rest of the helicopters so those on board can more effectively use their guns. Once they're all taken down, go to the landing spot and it's mission complete. That's a Humane Labs heist completed. So now we move on to the next heist, which will be Series A, starting with the first setup starting tomorrow, so see you around everyone.